Hello everyone! For today's video, we are going to react to the top 10 richest people in the world. Gagawin natin to para naman magkaroon tayo ng inspiration na mag-invest para maging katulad nila ganon. Top 10 richest nga, di ba? So, let's start. And nga pala, I will link yung video na ito sa description para naman kung gusto nyong mag-react din or kung gusto nyong panoorin mag-isa, ganun. Kasi ipopost-post ko tong video dahil reaction video nga, di ba? Hindi naman ito magiging reaction video kung hindi ako magsasalita at magpopost-post. Ayun, napapahaba na ako.
Iced tea. Distribution, we're going to take a look at the top 10 richest people in the world. So get that score sheet out.
I think some of them will not be familiar, but some of them would be.
Steve Ballmer.
Hindi ako familiar sa kanya.
Iced tea. At the bottom of our list of incredibly wealthy individuals, we have Steve Ballmer with a net worth of $107 billion. That's right, folks. Even number 10 on our list is a centibillionaire. Ballmer is an American businessman, investor, and former chief executive officer of Microsoft. He's also an avid sports enthusiast, and like most people, he enjoys a game of basketball.
Given na he is the former CEO of Microsoft. Syempre, maging sa top 10 siya kasi Microsoft is one of the biggest company in the world, di ba? Kilalang-kilala nga. Gamit nga natin ng Microsoft sa ating halos pang-araw-araw na trabaho sa opisina, sa school.
These days, Steve spends time with his wife, Connie Snyder, and his 3 children, presumably enjoying basketball. Number 9, Warren Buffett.
My partner, Charlie Mark.
Warren Buffett is, I think, one of the well-known richest people in the world kasi I think I remember reading something about him na he doesn't really spend his riches for his own. Kumbaga, he spends his riches for charity, na pinamimigay niya, ganun. Ayaw niyang nagli-live in luxury, including his kids. Hindi niya pinapabayaan yung mga anak niya to live in luxury. But instead, hinahayaan niya magtrabaho sila sa sarili nila. And I look up to him for that.
Told me 50 years ago, he says, if you want to guarantee yourself a life of misery, marry somebody with the idea of changing them.
Number 9 on this list, by a small margin, is the famed frugal billionaire, coming in with a net worth of $108 billion. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett is an incredibly successful and prolific investor. He runs Berkshire Hathaway, which owns more than 60 companies, from battery making to restaurants. If it can make money, Warren Buffett is milking that cow for all it's worth. Buffett is known for a couple of things. Being an apparently frugal billionaire, choosing not to buy the fastest sports cars or live in the largest mega mansions. Instead, frugally spending billions of dollars, acquiring companies, and investing in new businesses. He's also known for his charity work. Buffett promised to donate over 99% of his wealth, and has so far managed to give away more than $45 billion.
As I've said earlier, he is known, or nabasa ko kasi dati na pinamimigay nga niya yung kayamanan niya, and it proved na totoo yun kasi sabi niya he pledged to give 99% of his wealth to the poor or to charity, which is very good for a billionaire like him. Sana lahat ng billionaire ganyan para kahit paano is matulungan man lang yung mundo natin na wala ng third world country, everything is fair, ganun, diba? Let's continue.
Dollars, mostly to the Gates Foundation and his kids' foundations, yet still sits pretty up top on the list of richest billionaires. In 2010, he and Bill Gates launched the Giving Pledge, asking billionaires to commit to donating at least half of their wealth to charitable causes.
Wow.
The pledge has attracted many people with heavy purses, including billionaires Elon Musk and Larry Ellison. These days, when Buffett isn't paying a lower tax rate than his secretary, he's spending time in his $652,000 Omaha home. Number 8, Sergey Brin.
I'm Sergey Brin. I'm
Yeah.
from Google, and prior to that, I was a PhD student at Stanford.
Next up, we have one of the two brains behind Google. And legends say when you mention them in your videos, the algorithm blesses you with twice as many views. Don't be too surprised the founder of Google is on this list. After all, you are watching this video on YouTube, which is a subsidiary of Google, which is also a subsidiary of Alphabet, which Sergey Brin just happens to be the co-founder, former president, controller shareholder, and board member of. In short, of course.
I'm not really familiar with Sergey Brin, but given na he is one of the co-founders of Google, hindi na ako magtataka na nasa top 10 siya dito sa richest people in the world. Since Google is a very huge company, ito ang number one search engine na ginagamit ng mga tao sa mundo, di ba?
He's rich. Sergey's resume
And I
is pretty
expect
long, but it's
his
not nearly as
co-founder
long
to
as his
be
bank
one of
account, though.
these
Sergey has a
top
net
10.
worth of $120 billion. Can't be the founder of our future technological overlord and not be worth a few $1 billion. Outside of Google,
Ang laki ng gap from the top 9 and 10 to the top 8.
Brin works on a few more personal projects. He and Larry Page are trying to help solve the world's energy and climate problems, for example, investing in
That's
offshore
good.
wind power and more energy-efficient cars. And like apparently every other billionaire, Brin has put money in the billionaires.
At least he is investing to something na could change the world. That's what I am expecting sa mga billionaires. They would invest something na makakapagpabago sa mundo natin. Hindi yung pansariling wants lang nila, di ba? At least some of them help sa charity and some of them invest in something that could change the world.
Space race now? Let me know in the comments. Number 7, Larry Ellison.
I
I'm
think
not
my
familiar
favorite
with
line is,
him.
I had all the disadvantages necessary for success.
Next up, we have the Oracle of Silicon Valley coming in hot with a net worth of $122 billion. Larry Ellison made his incredible amount of money by being the CEO and founder of a little tech company known as Oracle, a company that might not be much of a household name, but has a net worth of $239 billion. Number 6, Mark Zuckerberg.
Wait, Mark Zuckerberg is only 6th sa top 10 richest people in the world? That's odd. Since Facebook is a really huge company, or Meta should I say. Napakalaking company ng Meta.
Are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I'm
Are you secretly a lizard? It's funny na he takes them na as something na nakakatawa. He doesn't take them seriously. Yung mga memes na nakikita natin sa Facebook, di ba? Let's go back. Yung Mark
I am
Zuckerberg.
not a lizard.
Number 6 on our list
He's
doesn't
not a
really
lizard.
need much of an introduction. I mean, who doesn't know Marky Z? And if you don't, just wait till Meta takes off and your smart fridge starts to sound like your friendly neighborhood billionaire. Shocker. He has a net worth of $123 billion. Being the founder and CEO of Facebook will do that to you. Or should I say Meta? Facebook Inc. has gone through quite the rebranding recently, presumably because of everyone memeing on them for over 10 years. On top of being the CEO of Facebook, he owned around 400 million total shares in the company, giving Mark 58% of the company's total voting power. So whatever problem you have with Facebook, it's all Mark's fault. Yes, including that time you posted your nudes on Facebook by mistake. Mark did it. These days, in between hearings before Congress, Mark spends his time in one of his many homes with his wife Priscilla Chan and his 2 daughters, and of course, chilling in the metaverse. Number 5.
Mark Zuckerberg is frequently seen with his wife sa public dressed as some commoners. Should I say that? Pero it's really nice na ganun sila mamuhay instead of living in luxury. He choose to live simply. And as well as Warren Buffett. Like they are rich, they can do anything in this world, everything in this world, pero they still chooses to live simply and donate to charity. It's inspiring. Maybe that's the secret to be a successful entrepreneur, di ba? To be a billionaire, you should donate. You should donate to charity because it will give back twofold, sabi nga sa kasabihan.
Larry Page.
And we started just looking at things
Is
like
this
YouTube.
is this the co-founder of Google? I think he is
Yeah, we
he
understand
is the
YouTube.
one
But we
with
actually
ano pangalan
ran
nun?
machine learning
Yung
on YouTube
kanina.
and it discovered cats just by itself. And that's an important concept.
The next entry on this list shouldn't come as much of a surprise, although I am a little
Yeah.
surprised by the
Siya
wide
yung kanina
margin
nga.
between this Google founder and the last one. Just like
The
Sergey
two
Brin, Larry
co-founders.
Page is also a
Sergey,
Google man,
yeah.
helping co-found Google in 1998. He was also the CEO of Alphabet for a while. So here we go, right into the YouTube algorithm. Larry Page graduated from Stanford.
He mentioned earlier that if you mention Google in your YouTube video, you will get a lot of views. So I'm going to do it. Google, 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 Google.
University, where he met his Google co-founder, Sergey Brin, and together, they invented Google's PageRank algorithm, which helps catapult the website to success, eventually helping Larry reach his net worth of $125 billion. Although Larry's net worth doesn't just come from his ties to Google, not to get left behind in the billionaire space race, he's a founding investor in space exploration company Planetary Resources. He's also invested in the funding of flying car startups Kitty Hawk and Opener. If you can't conquer space, you can at least conquer the sky. These days,
They like investing in futuristic things, like going to other planets, since or something space related stuff, as well as yung flying car. Ang sabi kanina, I didn't even think that someone's already planning on doing those things. Hanggang ngayon, yung paningin ko is parang hanggang car lang tayo, ganun. Hanggang airplane, ganun. I didn't think someone's planning to do a flying car. Wow.
when Larry isn't gathering every tiny bit of information about you, he's cruising around in his Tesla X or chilling on his 193-foot mega yacht. Number 4, Bill Gates.
But the good news is,
Well, Bill Gates is not really a surprise na nandito siya sa top 10 richest people in the world. Who doesn't know Bill Gates, di ba?
the faster we improve health, the faster family size goes down.
Next, we have a man who hasn't left the top 5 richest people in the world list for a very long time now. American business magnate, software developer, and investor, Bill Gates. Let's face it, you knew he was going to be on this list. You just wanted to
No.
know what spot. Gates is and has been one of the most popular rich people in the world. After all,
Yes,
it is
I
his
agree.
name you curse in a rage when your PC crashes again. And that's because you're statistically more likely to be using a
Yeah. Kapag biglang nagre-restart or nag-update yung Windows. Curse you, Bill Gates. Why are you doing this to me? Why all of a sudden when I am in a hurry, biglang mag-update yung Windows ko? Charot.
Windows computer, because Microsoft is an absolutely gargantuan corporation. And guess who's the co-founder and former CEO of said massive corporation? That's right, Bill Gates. And it's fattened his wallet quite a bit. Gates has a net worth of $138 billion, which,
Co-founder niya yung the first one on the top 10 list kanina.
despite all his noble charitable endeavors, just won't stop growing. Despite stepping down as CEO of Microsoft, Gates has refused to retire,
already
pursuing
stepped
many business and philanthropic endeavors. We all know the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, although the name is a little awkward now, thanks to his divorce in 2021. Number 3, Jeff Bezos.
I also look up to Bill Gates since he is also one of the philanthropists na meron tayo na billionaire like Warren Buffett. they are not spending that money on themselves. Instead, they are giving it to charity, di ba? Paulit-ulit ko na lang sinasabi. But maybe this could be an inspiration for you guys if you became a billionaire na you should not just spend your money onto yourself, but rather give to other people. Since hindi mo naman madadala yung pera na yan sa kabilang buhay, di ba? If you suddenly died, you cannot bring your money to the other side. Instead, give it to charity. Marami ka bang matutulungan.
I want to thank
Jeff
every
Bezos.
Amazon employee and every Amazon customer because you guys paid for all of this.
Formerly number one on everybody's richest person in the world list, Bezos dropped down a couple positions in 2021, which unfortunately means the Bond villain jokes don't hit as hard anymore. Bezos has a net worth of $195 billion, which once upon a time had people speculating he would be the next trillionaire. 2021 sure was full of surprises. Being the founder, CEO, president, and chairman of the board of Amazon.com, a company that has grown substantially in the past couple of years, thanks to everyone's renewed desire to stay at home and isolate, for some reason. Bezos is very likely going to stay a part of the top 3 richest people in the world for the foreseeable future. He might even make a comeback. After all, he does still own about 55 million shares in Amazon, one of the largest companies in the United States. All this despite his divorce from ex-wife Mackenzie Scott back in 2019. His divorce might have set him back a few billion, thanks to a settlement that dropped his net worth to $114 billion. But it's only taken a couple of years for old Jeffrey.
That's still huge kaya. $114 billion. Somehow, I think some of these billionaires are too obsessed in going to space. Why can't they just parang ayusin yung dito instead of sa space?
Bernard Arnault.
I think we want to show that
I'm
it's
not familiar
possible
with
for
him.
big organization or large companies
He's
to be
the second
close to
one, pero
startups
I don't know him.
and to help startups.
Just barely at number 2, we have the recently short-lived former richest person in the world. That's right, Bernard Arnault was the richest person in the world for a few months back in 2021. If you didn't know, you're clearly not watching enough King Luxury. Bernard Arnault is still by a wide margin the richest person in France, the richest person in Europe, and the richest person in fashion. He has a net worth of $198 billion. Yet not too many people out here talking about my man Bernard, even though he's already been the richest person in the world 3 times now. He grabbed the title back in 2019 and 2020. With the sheer number of pies this man has his fingers in, I'm a little surprised he doesn't just stay number.
I thought Jeff Bezos was the richest in 2019 or 2020 pa yun.
One. He oversees an empire of over 70 brands, including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. Bernard deals in luxury goods ranging from fashion, wines, watches, perfumes, cosmetics, and even pastries. That's right, the pie thing I said earlier wasn't just a metaphor. These days, Bernard is either working with his 4 children, Frederic, Delphine, Antoine,
I like
and Alexandra to run the family business.
May I take one of them, please?
Or he's chilling on his $150 million, 333-meter yacht called Symphony. Number 1, Elon Musk.
This is not shocking. Somehow, na-guess ko na he would be the top 1. Although hindi ko sinabi kanina.
I am not evil, I just misunderstood.
And here we have the richest person in the world, with an insane net worth of $1 trillion. I'm just kidding. For now. Musk actually has a net worth of $283 billion, placing him far ahead of former number 1 richest man, Jeff Bezos, by almost $100 billion. And Musk's commercial space travel hasn't even taken off yet. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Elon Musk is another incredibly popular rich person. He's a South African-born Canadian-American. He's a businessman, inventor, investor, and CEO of SpaceX. And with the sheer amount of cameos he's had, might as well toss actor in there as well. Elon Musk has had a rather successful career in the tech industry, making his first software sale when he was only 12 years old. Musk's first company was called Zip2 Corporation, which he sold for $307 million in cash and $34 million in stock options, after which he co-founded X.com, which led to the creation of PayPal, which was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion in stock.
So
In true Elon Musk fashion, he's
PayPal is a very famous company, at the same time eBay as well.
managed to turn SpaceX into a $74 billion company and put Tesla at the forefront of expensive electric cars, landing him on the front of Time magazine as Person of the Year in 2021. These days, when Musk isn't busy trying to colonize Mars, he's showing up on your TV. Either he's being interviewed or he's being exactly as funny as you expect a tech billionaire to be. Who's your favorite billionaire on the list?
And there we go, guys. We already recorded and already reacted to the top 10 richest people in the world. And I think yung pinaka-bet ko sa kanila is none other than Warren Buffett. Not Jeff Bezos, not Elon Musk, but Warren Buffett, since he is a very down-to-earth billionaire. It's really inspiring that he can donate as much money as he did charity than just spending it on his own. That is very inspiring. And yun nga, kung mapapansin nyo, the billionaires are always invest in something. They always invest in entrepreneur, in being an entrepreneur, and investing in some companies that they think will succeed someday. Ganun. They are not afraid to take risks. So I say, if you want to be as successful as them, or if you want to be a billionaire someday, maybe you should start investing by now. Malay nyo, di ba, kung ano yung in-invest nyo ngayon is dumiple hanggang sa maging million na, ganun. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Bye!